All right, so Easter's on the way. I guess you could say it's here, right? Good Friday today. But it really was a great Friday, though. I saw Ben post that out at the beach. It was beautiful weather. That weather's going to continue, too, right?
He was just trying to make us jealous. But hey, at least they weren't dealing with the rain like yesterday. Today was
true.
like the perfect day to drive out to the beach.
It's a great
if
day.
you haven't gotten out there, tomorrow's a good day, too.
Okay.
We had 73-degree temperatures today. Tomorrow, 77. We're talking the 80s by Sunday. So if you don't have beach plans and maybe you're a little jealous of Ben, no worries. You can stay here because we have a lot of great weather, too. The one spot we're going to be watching, slightly elevated fire danger risk in the mountains and foothills due to the warm, breezy, and dry conditions. And, of course, higher elevations, higher winds. Locally for Charlotte tomorrow, wind gusts near 25, similar to what we had today. And this not so good news, but, hey, this is the same across the entire Deep South. Some of our highest pollen levels of the year so far expected by Sunday. So let's break down what you're going to be feeling tomorrow. Mid-40s, so not too cold. This morning we hit 39, so we're about 5 degrees warmer heading into tomorrow morning. Same thing for the afternoon forecast. We're getting close to about 77 degrees. So I really couldn't ask for a better start to the Easter weekend. I mentioned this yesterday, but I was looking at last year, updating some of these graphics, and we were talking about a cold, chilly, drizzly weekend. Yuck. Thankfully not dealing with that this year. Then 82 on Sunday. This would tie the warmest day of the year so far. And so we've already seen one 80-degree day, but we haven't seen multiple in a row. That's going to be a nice change, especially for those who love warm weather. And of course, it's a big weekend for local sports. We have Charlotte FC at home on Saturday. We have Charlotte Knights on Tuesday. Locally, the 49ers are playing baseball at home, so just a ton of stuff going on. Charlotte Shout is this weekend. I mean, I could just the list goes on and on and on. But perfect weather regardless. Of course, tomorrow for Charlotte FC, a little bit breezy at the start of the match, but things calming down slowly throughout the evening, and of course, clear and cool. You look at that there by 10 o'clock, not too shabby, 56. Again, the high temperature peaks right around 77, but absolutely fabulous, comfortable from start to finish. However, if you're going to be outside and you especially suffer from the sniffles, the sneezes this time of year, the nasal spray, the allergy medicine, you're definitely going to need it, especially by Sunday and Monday. As I mentioned before, some of the highest levels of the year so far. The reason why? This is the exact time of year that we see these tree pollen levels peak. So if you've noticed that, the past 2 years we've started early, that doesn't mean, unfortunately, the season ends early. In fact, tree pollen does typically peak late March, most of the month of April, and then slowly starts to fizzle out by the latter half of May. We're typically starting to feel a little bit better by Memorial Day. So still have some time to wait. So if the last few weeks you haven't been too bad, but finally just now you're getting a little bit, of that sniffle, a little bit of that pressure headache, things like that, this is the time now. And it's probably because of that tree pollen you're starting to see that change. We will see some rain to help wash a little bit of that away on Wednesday with our next cold front, but it really is a brief one as it actually brings some slightly drier air quickly heading into the second half of Wednesday. You'll see this reflected in our Guy Roofing 7-day forecast. Look at that, breezy, 77 tomorrow. 3 days in a row of the 80s. I think Monday could be the warmest day of the year so far by at least 2 degrees. There comes that chance of rain on Wednesday. And then looking at the extended forecast, we'll see some slightly cooler, slightly drier weather for the second half there of the night's first home stretch series of the season so far. Really excited for a lot of great weather ahead.
Looks great. Doesn't look too bad at all. Brittany, thank you.